So that's the uniform sorted out and painted and primed, not painted, hinge. So helmet's all sorted out, helmet parts, apart from the visor. Because obviously we don't want to paint the glass visor, that would be silly. So all that's going to go off to one side, and that'll be painted in metallics, as will these as will these yes. So I'm just going to build this backpack up. Obviously I can't build these because, you know, the armour parts, because they're going onto the uniform itself, so keep those separate. I've got the yellow armour too. I've just spotted something as well that I'm going to talk through when I get to that stage. So I'm still thinking about which shade of metal I'll be going with that. It's going to be some kind of aluminium-y type colour, I should imagine. Basically I'm just going to smash everything that's going to be a metallic shade in the same metallic colour, just to carry it through, and I'm not messing about with different shades of metals, because I'm quite pushed for time on this one at the moment. Got loads done on the Y-wing, got a decent head start on this one, and then all of a sudden work, and it's just rubbish. It's just got really busy all of a sudden. I reckon it's a zombie apocalypse, but no, apparently not. At the same time as I'm working on this, I'm working on the Y-wing and the Rossi build as well, plus Araldite. Excuse me, plus something else. But I'm not talking about that one just yet. Ooh, I know. I know, it's evil. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm just going to dangle it, see how many people I can reel in, and I'm just going to sit there giggling because I can't tell any of you. It's funny. Yeah, that's how I roll. I'm not even paying any attention to these numbers. I'm just clipping them off. Oh, what's that about? I really should wear a face mask when I'm spray painting. I should block my nose up. That can't be good. So yeah, whenever you see the time-lapse when I'm spray painting in the booth, it's because usually I'm wearing a face mask, but my brother's borrowed it because he's working on his kitchen at the moment. So this is what happens. I've got paint in my nose. So don't just rely on the extractor fan. Always wear a face mask whenever possible. Have all the windows open if you can, if weather permits. Ooh. That's shut off. So as you can see, we've got like a general primer coat on here already. So as soon as I build this up properly, we'll give it another smashing with primer. And that's his arm guards, so we'll have those off as well. So this is the forearm section. Yes, the forearm section. Oh god, that is quite blocked up. I do apologise for sniffling down your ear holes. Come here, let's have a cuddle. Phew. So that's that. I just realised I've completely run out of crocodile clips. Completely run out of them, so I've got bits of Rossi on paper clips, crocodile clips. I've got bits of the Y-wing on crocodile clips. I've got bits of Araldite on crocodile clips. I've run out of crocodile clips. Ah, this could be a problem. Yeah. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. I bang on about it all the time. Should practice what I start breed. No, hang on. Start practicing what I breed, shouldn't I? Ooh, words. Don't come easy to me. Stop it. That's that. So that's it. We'll give all this a quick priming again, because there's bits there off the frame You can still see the yellow, so we need to make sure that plastic is covered completely. So let's, I'm going to bring you back over here. Here. Yes. Terribly Mancunian then. Get it over here. Yeah, that's what they actually talk like around here. I'm using my posh pronunciation voice for these videos. Normally I talk like that. Okay. And there's a fact Maxine, I'm gasping, are you right or what? Seventeen, is that the money? Oh, I didn't paint that. How did I miss that? Shocking, that is. Shocking, that tells you. So I definitely need that. It's not a paperclip, stop calling it a paperclip. Hinge. You're a hinge. Oh, that's going to go ping, I can feel it. I can actually hear the sound effects in my great brain as that goes ping. Nope, that should do it. Right. Back yourself, Tony. That's that one, that's that one, that's that one. That's that one. We've got to take care of all this nubbage as well. Oh god, that is quite a lot. What's that? What's that about? Nothing up frame. Awesome. That can go in there. That can go in there. So don't need anything from that because that's. Ooh, I need you. And you, and ba. I think I shall be sticking with that horrible, nasty plastic cape, which I know for a fact I'm going to get shouted at for. This is something I'm choosing to do because I'm going to make that look awesome. Because I'm great like that. Yes, modest too. And then at some point I need to prime these two. These two are from the arm guards. I'm not too sure which one's which, but it's something like that goes like this on the forearm guard. Something along those lines. Just caught it out the corner of my eye on the thing. With the stuff and I do that and what's it? You know. That's quite gross. Hello? Ah, that one. There you go. There we go. That's the one. Right. So. Really? Ooh, that's making my brain hurt. Ooh, that is making my brain hurt. Ooh, that is making my brain hurt. What's going on here? Help me. There we go. Right. Behave yourself. Stop your nonsense. Right. So again, we've got this thing of, it's this way around stupid, you've got a large tab and a small tab, just in case you are a complete Burke like I am. You managed to cut things off the sprue without checking. So that one goes here, like so, across that arm guard. Because yeah, I'm a complete Burke. And that one goes there like that, with a huge nub that I've got to take care of. Hold on, just, is that a nub? Yes, that's a nub. Go away, you. I hope that was a nub. So that's that one, like that. Now what I've got to be careful of here is right at the bottom of that, that's actually wrist uniformy type thing. So we're going to have to mask that part off when we do the metallic coat. so that we can then bring that into the base coat we're using for the uniform proper. These overalls, I'm going to start calling it overalls, not uniform. But then that one goes in there like so. Like so. So we're going to have to paint all this in lovely detailed stuff. So I don't actually need anything else from there, I don't think. It was just that part. Just going to go Bobby nose, just bear with me. Oh, stop! We've done that joke something. Oh, that's better. Yeah, see, I've got a hole in my nose again. Right, where's my knife gone? There's my knife. Where's my knife? So let's trim these nubs off. So we'll build this really quickly now, and we'll throw some primer on, just to fill the gaps, because that's completely unprimed. Another piece that I'd missed. So again, we'll speed through this part, and then I'll be sat there watching me D-nub for like the next 20 minutes. And that way I can play some music. Yay! Right then, so with me Model A aluminium, I'm going to base coat several parts in aluminium. I just got pieces right in front of you. Hello. But we're just going to do copies itself. This part will actually be hidden by the belt of utilities. Masking tape, masking tape, masking tape, masking tape. Masking tape, masking tape, where have you been? Piece of masking tape onto the table, just to take the sticky off. Do it a second time, just to take the sticky off. I'm starting to think that this might be a cold, not paint fumes. But yes, always use a respirator if you can, if you're spraying. Don't just rely on your extractor fan. Extractor fan. I'm going home in a minute. It's been a long day. It's been a long day, I told you. Right. There's a madness in my method. So, just literally smash everything on the helmet. How many folks scratching their head saying, what happened? Trust me. Trust me. You're saving this little sighty thing. Trust me. Lovely. I do like this colour. A cut piece. So that's the metals done using aluminium. So pop that off now to one side and let that dry for at least 24 hours, possibly 48 because it's metallics and metallics take forever to dry. But this is Vallejo metallics, which I find dry a lot quicker than tamiya metallics do, because tamiya metallics tend to use proper flaky things, whereas these don't. This is more like a fine pigment. And so easiest thing to do to test it is leave this definitely overnight, and then following morning just run your finger over the top. If you come away with silver, it's not dry. You've still got pigmentation gassing off kind of thing. You should leave paint on the model still, you know, so don't give it like a proper scrub, just run your finger over the top. Let's say if you get a little bit of silver residue, leave it a few more hours, possibly again overnight. I don't know. Shocking explanation. But I've been sat here for 4 hours now and my brain's gone numb and I need coffee. noticed on the cover of this, if you look carefully, you can actually see yellow poking through on the vest itself. Now I'm thinking to myself at the time, because it's not the best photo in the world, is that rust? You know, because obviously you've got exposed metal, is it rusting? And then I thought, no, it's not, that's actually yellow. And if you ever look at the helmet here, you can actually see this weird olive greeny fieldy grey type colour is actually showing through on this darker green panel as well. So I looked at some more photos, and sure enough, this yellow is indeed poking through on some of these plates. Does that mean these plates were once this yellow colour? Yeah. So in my mind, yes they are. And he's repainted them to camouflagey type colours. So I'm just going to have a quick look at the codpiece. Yeah, codpiece. So it looks like it's just on the chest. So I can't see anything on that codpiece itself. So I'm going to take a gamble. Because I'm like that. Oh, smash him in the face with all the bits. Yeah, I know. Right, so rear panel, booby panel, shoulder guard, definitely need that. What else have we got? Shoulder guard. Where's that knee pad? No, that's knee pad. Ignore me. Nobody else does. See what I did then? Yeah, alright, I'll shut up. So that's the upside down midriff panel. What's that? That's your shoulder pad. That's a shoulder pad. Right, that's a shoulder pad. Is it on the forearm guards? No, it's not on the forearm guards. To the shoulder pad. Neck guard. I think that's it. So, quick check. Rear panel. Rear panel. Right side. Left side. It doesn't appear to be on the centre spot that goes in the middle of these two. Abdo guard. Abdo guard. So that's the abdo guard here-ish, like so. Shoulder pads. Knee pads. Neck guard. I think that's it. Right, so. Chipping fluid. Where's my chipping fluid? Where's my chipping fluid? I got some chipping fluid last year. Right about this time last year it was. And I used it in, there you go. I used it in anger on a massive great big Master Chief that my good mate Stomping put me onto. Hopefully you're seeing a video of that now, or at least a clip of a video. So Stomping's actually doing this, or he was, on his own channel. I genuinely can't remember how far he is with that, and I need to research that and go back and have a look. What's that? It's a dead one of those. I don't know. I'm trying to make things up as I go along again. I'm not scripting at all. Right, so yeah, Stomping put me onto this Master Chief set, which is now standing in my stepson's bedroom, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it. But I had half an eye on this stuff for quite a while now, and I got some last year, and I thought, yeah, why not? It's absolutely lashing it down outside like it was last year. So it's an alternative to hairspray. Oh, so you don't get the whiff, you don't get the, the big cloud, you don't get the unpredictability of that cloud. This stuff you can either brush paint it on or put it through your airbrush, clean your airbrush out as normal afterwards. It's great stuff, and it really does work, and I love it. And I'm actually going to brush paint this on this time like that. So I need a brush there. Yeah, you'll do, because I don't use you for anything else anymore. So take most of the stuff back off the brush, because we don't want to absolutely saturate the area, and it does go on quite spotty, especially if you're airbrushing it. Fox is doing a few videos on this at the moment, and at the time of filming I don't know if he's actually posted those or not. I'm hoping he has by now, where he's using this AK stuff, or the MIG production version of it. But it does go on quite spotty and horrible. Excuse me, tickly. And I like it shocking because we're using a metallic base coat anyway. You can see it goes on. So if you are airbrushing this stuff and it looks patchy, don't worry about it, leave it, let it do its thing. It is quite self-leveling over time. You know, your instinct is to go straight back at it and absolutely saturate the area. Trust me, don't. That could be the worst thing you'll do, because you'll end up losing all your detail. So, brush paint this on, like so. Just catch some of these edges, like that. Get some of these. Oh my, excuse me. Ooh, I don't remember eating that. Yeah, just have enough, yeah. Plenty on there. Plenty on there. What's that? As you can see, one brush load does go quite a way. Quite only then. Alright, so that one's actually drying off now. It's not as shiny. Still shiny, but not as shiny. So you've not got the obvious sheen that you got when you first apply it. And again, it's a terrible example because we are using metallics underneath as a base coat. Just have a play with it in whatever lighting you've got, and you'll actually see in the little spangs that we've got, the little squiggles and things like that, you can actually see some of it still wet in there, but you'll actually see it matte off a little bit. So I'm just going to grab another crocodile clip, and that one there, so we can grab these shoulder pads. And it's still active on the brush as well. So work it into that groove. A big spang that we've got, like so. I'm not too bothered about the insides of this. We'll actually scratch that back with the edge of a Stanley knife or something like that. Stanley knife, craft knife, hobby knife, things like that. Right, so I'm going to leave that for about 10 minutes to air dry and do its thing. So just going to let the pressure build up in the compressor now. So just lighten it a little bit, like so. Right, so I'm just going to take the cup off my nail for Iwata, because I don't need a huge quantity of this stuff. Sort my hose out. So I've got an extra long hose and it's just doing its own thing. Come here, stop your nonsense. Right, so I've that now for about 10 minutes to dry, and you can see that it's, you know, it's got that lovely matte finish now, even though we've still got the shine of the base coat underneath, and that's fine. And again, we don't need absolute masses of the paint that we're going to be using. We are going to cover everything though on these panels, so I'm just going to drop some squirts in. So this is the Model Air gold yellow, yeah, gold yellow. So it's a nice cool yellow rather than the bright in your face primary yellow. Just going to check that flow, lovely. So I'm just going to literally just cover everything like that, including the insides. So let's say we can scratch that with a knife afterwards, and that's it, that's fine. And this is the same yellow that I'm using on the Y-wing at the moment for those yellow stripes on the cockpit. And painting my finger yellow. That's a nice yellow base coat. Yeah, I know. It's freaking me out as well. This is an awful risk I'm taking. So it's popping into the polystyrene I've got at the back of me. Now we should have a couple of hours to play with this once this yellow's dried. So whereas normally I would suggest leave the base coat of this yellow to dry for about an hour before you touch it again. Literally go and leave it. Shine light. Literally going to leave this now for about 10 minutes. So that I can still do the effect that we're going to be working on in a moment. But I'm not going to leave fingerprints everywhere. That's the danger with this fluid now as well, because it's only been 10 minutes since I applied it. If you actually touch this now with your fingers, the sweat and the warmth of your finger will reactivate it straight away. So do be careful of that. Stay. As you can see, we've still got quite a bit in the cup as well. And I'm barely pressing down for air. You know, it's literally just a touch. That's full on. You know, I'm barely touching down. So it's nice gentle airflow coming through. Tell you what, these nails get a hammering. Yeah, everybody seems to say, oh no, they'll crap them, and things like that. I love this, I genuinely do. It's like with every tool as well, if you take care of it properly, it'll take care of you. I'll tell you what, seeing as these things are so cheap, it's doing the exact same stuff that I'd ask of me Revolution. Exactly the same. I love them. One thing I would suggest about these as well is these airbrushes. Don't use any cellulose based paints through them, so things like the Galquats or what's the other ones, the Mr. Hobby metallizers or things like that, because those will eat through these little rubber gaskets that you've got. So stick to the inert paints like Tamiya and Vallejo and Mr. Hobby Aqueous and some other brand. There's another brand. So basically anything water based. Stick to water based paints with these nails. Something like an Alquad needs something with a fixed in colour cup, like the Revolution that I've been using up until this point. But yeah, I genuinely love this airbrush. Right, shift you. So literally 10 minutes later, if that, shift that, shift that, shift that, shift that, shift that, shift that. Okie dokie 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 dokie. For this part we need a beaker of water of some description. Keep your eye on that, that's probably going to get spilt. Yeah, I know. 4 of you have just sat forward in your seat expecting me to knock that over. Haven't you? You know who you are, you naughty little man. Alright, so literally small little detail brush type thing. I'm going to dip into the water. So this is about 20 minutes after applying that stuff. The paint, even. And then I'm just going to pick out spang marks straight away. So we know this chipping fluid is going to come out of there. And we don't want absolute gallons of water in this. We need enough just to activate the chipping fluid underneath. Now immediately it doesn't look like you're doing anything. That's fine. Don't worry, just as long as the water's on there. It'll take a few moments for the water to eat through that top layer of paint that we've added. It's fine, just be patient. And then just add your random scratches here and there, like so. Right, so brush down, and then grab a cocktail stick, literally just scrub away. Like so. And hopefully you can make that out now. Right, so just clear the background. And then zoom you in a little bit. Excuse me. I'm not enjoying this tickle coming back and going and coming back and going and coming back and going. I'm not enjoying it at all. Been dogging me all year. Bothering me. Right, focus. There we go. Right, so that's that. So just a little bit more water. There we go. And do things like edges. And a big puddle just here, I'll scratch away at that in a moment. So just carry on scratching away here. Another one there. That's better. So you can see now we're actually chewing through the paint beautifully. A bit more. Focus. 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 Hello. Like so. Right. And added some water here-ish. There we go. So don't forget, tell yourself a story. Where are these spines going? Why are they there? Who shot at him? Big dollop of water just there at the top. Oh, hair on that brush. That's going to annoy me. Then get off. There's a big one just there as well. And then don't over egg your pudding. No idea what that means. That's a good saying. There we go. Right, bob that to one side. And then carry on going. Right, so these pieces now we can leave to dry overnight. Things like the shoulder pad and the knee pads. Once we've matte varnished those, we can leave these off to one side, they're done. So let's say overnight, let it dry. In fact, no, not yet, not yet at all, no. I need an empty box. I've got an empty box. We can add one more layer of weathering to this straight away. Just take these pieces off. Again, be careful to not handle them too much, because the heat of your hand and the sweat on your skin will activate the paint and the fluid underneath. You end up with a big thumbprint on it. Trust me, done it. Brace yourselves. Now, obviously, do be careful. These things could well break. But what they'll do is they'll bang and scratch against each other. And they'll just add an element of chippage that is natural, as well as natural. 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 So do as I say, not as I do. Don't handle them too much. Just got that again. Entirely your choice, you don't have to do that. I'm choosing to do so. It's not really a huge difference, but it did on the Master Chief. Oh my god, it did. But, you know, bearing in mind the shoulder pad was like this big. It was huge. So there's a couple of little dinks and dents here and there that have been added now, like these just along this edge that weren't there earlier. So, you don't have to do that. That's something I've chosen to do. Hockey dock. Right, so that's one way of doing a chipping effect. A chipping effect. I'm taking on some kind of strange accent for some reason, I don't know why. So just with a bit of old sponge, I'm just going to do a little bit of roughing up on it between finger and thumb, also if I show you. And I'm just going to, very quickly, that's far too much, take some of that back off on some kitchen roll outside of me. Just going to add some of this masking fluid just at the top there like that, so we've got the shiny metallic colour so it doesn't quite show up. There we go, how's that? So it's literally a couple of speckles here and there, like so. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add over the top of this that funny field grey colour, and then we'll add some more masking over the top of that straight away, and then we'll add the darker green colour, and then hopefully when we take all this masking off it'll pull back to show two completely separate layers with a bit of luck. Just possibly a bit too much there. And use, if you can, use a couple of different grades of sponge. That green scouring pad stuff is absolutely amazing, but I've lost mine, I don't know where it's gone. So just build it up and you can see it dries quite quickly and things like that. So I'm going to leave that for about 20 minutes to go off and then see what it looks like, and then come back with the field grey over the top of that. I'm going to plonk that to one side. I'm going to do the same with the helmet. So we've got some brilliant chippage up there as well. So it's literally just a few dabs here and there. Excuse me. Get some there as well around the edge. We've got quite a big gouge there that I've added. So you do some chippage around there, and then with an old brush that you don't mind gunking up straight into the pot. And then completely cover that big spang in there like so. And then add some bigger chips as well. Like that, and then we'll come into where's that gone? The cheek guard type thing. So again, we'll paint all of this cheek guard in field grey, and then come in with that darker green colour around that upper cheek guard. So at the moment I just want to take care of some bits and bobs here, like so. So that's that one, and then this example is, there's two colours. You've got the metallic, then there's like a funny grey colour, and then brown over the top. So again, this is you know, it's all personal choice. You go for whichever effect you're after. But basically, this is the technique for how you'll do it. You don't have to follow this example to the letter. So I'm just going to cover a few edges there as well. I'm going to add, oops. So that shows you just how quickly that stuff actually goes off. It's dry now in the top of that lid. So I'm just going to take some straight from the pot, very, very carefully. And if you do spill this stuff, just leave it to dry. Don't worry about it straight away. Let it dry, let it do its thing, and then you can peel it off about 10 minutes afterwards. It's great. So I'll just dab on some general bits and bobs here and there, like so. It's not too bad. So I think that's everything off the helmet. Excuse me. I can see the cheek guards look more like a burnished effect rather than chipped, so we'll do that on the cheeks. So I'm literally now just going to absolutely cover this thing, the backpack, that's the word, in little chippy scuffy type things. And then if we need to afterwards, we can add some as well, chippage with this sponge technique over the top, just to emphasise what we've done. And I'm going to switch back to the brush to add some bigger areas. And get into the crooks and nannies that I couldn't reach a minute ago with the sponge. But there's nothing stopping you, trimming that sponge down even smaller, like so, and then using a pair of tweezers. You can always use a cocktail stick. That's too much there, so we'll dab some of that back, like so. Yeah, you can use the edge of a cocktail stick. You can do all sorts with this. Yeah, just let your imagination run wild. And again, decide where you want these chips. Don't follow this to the letter. You know, you might fancy a cleaner Boba Fett. All I'm going to do is show you the techniques. I'll leave the actual look of the final product to you guys. Alright, so again, don't over-egg your pudding. In some cases less is more. Like so, and then taking the sponge, again carefully dip into your bottle. Let's say if you do spill this, don't worry, let it dry. And then add some more subtle chippages. Hearten there. Like so. Right. Is that everything? Yeah, why not? Let's add some to the forearm guards. I can't actually see any on the forearm guards, but you know what? Doesn't mean that it's not there. Yeah, it's like with any armour as well. You know, I should imagine that Boba Fett is quite a busy lad. You know, he's going to be kind of the Fallout universe. When you're walking on in that power armour, you'll get dinks and dents and God knows what else, and you'll adapt it and modify it and what have you. So why not? Let's make him a busy lad. So I think that's everything. Right, leave that for about 10 minutes, let it do its thing, and then we'll come back and do some field grey over the top of all that.